Hello my friends, it's Gabriel with The Last Huntsman Outdoors here. Jacob Peterson on his channel, be sure to check him out. Recently did a video and it was all of his small, what I would consider EDC size knife collection. So I decided, you know what, that actually sounds kind of fun. I'm going to do my own. So I'm just going to kind of go through here, show off all my knives, kind of describe them a little bit, what I think overall on them, and all that good stuff. We're going to go from right to left, save that one for last, and we'll go from there. The first one I have here is the Lion Steel M2M. This one's in M390 steel. Now, I got to give a special thanks to Andrea with Lion Steel Knives. He gave this one to me while I was at Blade Show, and I greatly appreciate it. It's a very nice knife. Greatly enjoy it. Out of all of these here, I will say this one's definitely in one of the top spots for ergonomics. Feels absolutely great in hand. The sheath that originally came with was a leather sheath. However, I got a Armatus Carry sheath for it. Now, speaking of Armatus Carry sheath, I have Armatus sheaths for a lot of these, and I have a coupon code for Armatus sheath. It's Last Huntsman, all capital letters. Get you a friendly little discount on a really awesome Armatus sheath. Now, second one we have here is a Lion Steel Ursus Cub. Really enjoy this knife. This knife is like one of the most perfect just EDC fixed blades. It fits my hands very good. Handle scales are a little on the smooth side for my liking. I wish I would have left that micarta a little bit more textured, but it still feels pretty good. Now, this one is in Magna Cut, 1/8 inch thick, very good edge geometry. I'm very impressed with that. One complaint that I've seen a few people have is with the Ursus Cub is that the sheath is a little bulky for like an EDC belt knife, and I do agree. However, Armatus makes a sheath for it, and remember that coupon code really kind of changes the carry for that. Now, this is from my good friend Jacob Peterson from his company, produced by White River Knives, but it's Exodus Knife and Tool. This is the Jackalope. If you just want something that slides right into your pocket and disappears, you want that great just general purpose hunting kind of camp knife type of thing, or just that field knife, this one would do really great. It's S35 VN steel. And this one's the low-vis model, so it has kind of a grayish green Cerakoted blade with natural handle scales. Now, I guess before I get too carried on, I'm not going to do any like edits or anything like that with this, so you guys are just getting what you're getting. What I like to consider like my EDC small belt knife size knife is something that's kind of right around 8 inches or less, with about a 3 to 4 inch blade. That's kind of generally what I look for. So just kind of give you guys my perspective on it. Now, another one from White River Knives, and this was actually my first White River knife I owned, this is the FC 3.5. Very awesome little blade. This one just disappears whether it's in your pocket or on your belt. I also have Armatus sheath for this. That broad little blade with a high grind makes this just a perfect slicer knife, and it just has a very, very, very sharp 90-degree spine. Probably one of the better firecrafting knives, and that's what the FC stands for, is Firecraft 3.5. Really like this knife, and it's very highly suggested. Another one I have here is the Teran knives. This is the Forester. Now, right off the bat, you would think, okay, that's kind of a slim handle, but
It actually, with my medium-sized hands, fits very good in my hand. It's a full flat grind of Magna Cut. Also has a pretty sharp spine on it. This would make a great just woods knife. I mean, the name of it, the Forester, I think that's a very good name for it. Only little complaint that I had with this knife right out of the box was I wasn't super impressed with the secondary bevel. However, I hit it on my work sharp, and now it performs really great. And the sheath, a lot of times your custom knife makers, you know, can kind of be hit and miss on the sheath. However, his sheath is actually really good. Now, all right, here I have the SE3. The SE3 kind of holds a special place in my heart just because it was one of my first go-to just EDC fixed blades. I do wish that SE would kind of upgrade this some point in the future. Maybe come out with like a upgraded steel version without the choil. That'd be pretty nice. I don't think a small knife like this needs a choil. However, this knife still is a great performer. It slices amazingly well, and honestly, I think the ergonomics is one of the best ones here. Now, speaking of ergonomics, I have the Lucas Carroll custom grips. If you have a knife that he makes handle skills for, I highly suggest getting these Lucas Carroll custom grips. Absolutely amazing grips on these. I'm very impressed with these. A lot of swell, and the texturing is awesome. And I also have an Armatus sheath for that. Now, for the money, it's a very good knife company, American-made knife, made right here in the USA, in that good old crusty EDC RV2 steel, full flat grind. Awesome little knife here. This one fills the hand pretty good. It's a chunky little knife, but it honestly slices amazingly well for it being a chunky little knife. All right, next three are going to be primitive bear knives. While speaking of primitive bear knives, I'm going to say this has been the one that's been on my hip the most. It's a Crewwear Hunter's EDC, 5/32 thick. And while I'm speaking of primitive bear knives, I have a discount, a 15% discount with coupon code Last Huntsman. Now we'll put that in the description box below so you know exactly how to spell it. I also, my first one was an ADC RV Hunter's EDC. I used this one out for my fall deer hunting trip. Worked very great for like a game knife. And then my last small primitive bear knives, this one's a Pocket Essential. Now, I haven't used this one, and I'm keeping it just because I bought it for my son, so one day he'll get to kind of have that as one of his first knives. Now, last but not least, and I saved it for last because there's a lot of people that just frothing at the mouth just hates survive knives. And, you know, some of it's kind of justified. Some of it, honestly, is just people hating just to hate. And, you know, here's the thing. There's some knife companies that I hate. There's some knife models that I hate. I don't just religiously get onto every video of everybody that has that knife and just hate on it. I got better things to do with my life. Maybe you should consider the same. That being said, this one is the GSO 3.5. Fills the hand amazingly well. This one's in Peter's Heat Treat CPM 3V. Awesome little knife. I haven't got much use with it. I got a lot of knives that I'm trying to get done with, but I really do like this one, so I'm eager to get some use on it. So that's my small EDC fixed blade collection. Hope you guys like it. With all that being said, be prepared both physically and spiritually. Oh, pointing at you. Be prepared both physically and spiritually. God bless and carry on.